Okay, so I have to deal with the barbarian problem here. Part 2, or really part 13 of the playthrough overall. So somebody founded a religion somewhere. I'm not concerning myself with that now. There's the barbarian encampment. I've got to go to the next turn so that my archers are in position, and I think actually I'm going to need one more turn at this rate. Okay, now they've discovered some barbarian archers, which is actually a good thing, because it means I can attack the barbarians now instead of in the next turn. So it would make sense to do a ranged attack on them, especially because I have an archer's unit, so I will do that. And I was semi-successful there.
Succeeded.
And next turn. Oh, they're counter-attacking there, doing a little bit of damage. Unit needs orders. Well, I'm going to skip the settler. Go back to the archers here. Try another ranged attack. Now the barbarian archers are pretty close to wiped out here. One more turn, I should be able to defeat them. They counterattack and do a bit of damage, but in the end it's not going to matter. So, I'll skip the turn of the settlers, and I will try to wipe out the barbarians here. Boom. There we go. Now I'll have to send in the archers as an occupying force there. It's hard to tell just at a glance whether there are still units in that village. I think it might actually be undefended, so they'll be able to just walk right in. We'll take a look here. In the meantime, I'm going to skip the settlers move because I still don't know exactly what I'm dealing with. Okay, so there's at least one more archers unit in the city. So, the science advisor is warning me about the zone of control. Unfortunately, I can't act this turn, so I'm going to have to wait till the next turn. Optics. Good.
Thanks to your research, all of your future military units will possess the Embark promotion and can move across the
You can build lighthouses as well as having Embark mode. And your food output from the ocean is higher. I think I'll go with mathematics, even though horseback riding is even more basic. Because, as with riding, mathematics leads to a lot of other things. So I'll move my settlers up there, and meanwhile my archers will cover them by attacking the barbarian encampment here. So because they're in the encampment, I didn't do as well that time. And my own archers unit is a little bit weakened from the previous battle. My science advisor is advising me about embarkation mode, but I'm not going to use it at the moment. I'll fire on the barbarian encampment again. So, we'll see if they kidnap my settlers. I'm hoping not. Antium when fire upon an enemy. I guess the pirate ship came back, or a pirate ship came. No, spearmen. Okay. So, bombard them and then bombard the barbarian encampment up here. So I have to decide what to do with this settler. I might actually send the settler up here, which means my first use of embarkation mode. take a shortcut. I'll choose production for Antium. Build another worker because I need as many of those as possible. So I've got to move these settlers up to correct location to found a city. My archers may actually be able to take the encampment at this point. Okay, so I have to promote another unit, it looks like. But first I will bombard these barbarians, and then I will take the encampment. So barbarian encampment cleared, discovered 40 gold, and I'll figure out whether we're going to use these archers to defend that new city, whichever one it turns out to be. Promote the unit. We have instant healing, or better defenses under cover. I'll go with heal instantly. Meanwhile, Antium needs some kind of defense here. I have this vulnerable settler here, which isn't particularly a good thing. Might make sense just to send them up here. See what we find. So,
cities.
a military advisor tells me Antium is besieged. I already knew that, but not for long. So Antium can fire, of course. You can see the barbarians have set fire to my improvements there. That's something that isn't visible in earlier versions of Civilization. They just make the improvements disappear when they pillage. I'm considering melee combat with the spearmen, but it's risky in the sense that I could lose the whole unit and then leave the city open to the barbarians, but I managed to survive it. Still have to take out those barbarians, though. They're still not unseated from there, and now they're trying to do a little bit more pillage there. So I have to decide what I'm going to do. I have archers here, and I have possibility of bombarding down here. I think I will do the bombardment. And finally, I'm rid of the barbarians for now. So I will fortify the spearmen again. And now I've found some more barbarians up here who have just captured my settler. That's going to take some effort to get back. I'm hoping that I will be able to recapture the settler. I think in a few turns I do that, but it's in later parts of this playthrough because I'm already starting to run short of time. So I'll now bombard the archers, if possible, to retake my settler unit. But I didn't make a very good move there, because this is the main thing that makes it so time-consuming, because I have to pursue them to the south. But I'll do that in the next part of the playthrough.